Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed my last video. Today I will be talking about what my seizures are like, so I hope you enjoy. So my seizures last up to about 2 minutes max, and if they last, we've always been told that if they last more than 5 minutes, that we've always been told to phone an ambulance. And because it's on the left side of my brain, my right side, so the right side of my face droops a bit, my right arm spasms out, and so does my right leg. So I always have to be sat down, or someone has to grab me or put their arms around me. But if I'm by myself, I'm usually ending up falling on the floor, and I do get a bit confused if I'm by myself. And sometimes, because I don't know that I've had one till afterwards, or say if I'm at the dinner table, people are standing up, one person's got their arms around me, my dinner plate's all the way over there and my cup's over there in case, I knock it with my arms spasming. I grind my teeth a lot, and my eyes also shake side to side. Sometimes I'm able to give warnings, but not all the time. So sometimes I'm able to bang on the table or say fit, 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 or say something repeatedly, and they can tell that there's a difference in me and that I am able to, I'm about to have a fit. So I get very, very sleepy afterwards, and sometimes I get pretty confused if I'm by myself. Sometimes, because usually I end up with somebody there. Sometimes if I'm by myself, the camera's on, so sometimes Mum is here, but other times she's not. And when I'm slowly getting out of it, I can see and everything, but I'm slowly getting out of it and going back to myself. I sometimes think that somebody's with me, and I mainly think it's Mum. I think that I feel somebody around me, like holding me, but then when I've actually come back to myself, I realise that it was just me and nobody was there. So I usually go straight downstairs because we have to keep track of how many fits I have a day. So yeah, I get very sleepy afterwards. Sometimes I have naps. I think the longest nap I had was about 4 hours long, but we try not to have them in the day. Because then I won't get as much sleep as I need for the next day. So that's quite difficult. So unfortunately, I can't use things like the kettle, so hot things, somebody has to do it for me, because that's how I ended up burning myself, using the kettle. And I have to have someone watch me have a shower all the time, so it's a bit of a pain because when you just feel so rubbish and you just want to go for a shower, but I can't because I've got to wait for Mum and Dad to be ready or to be free to come and watch me. And I even have a shower chair, which I didn't use in the first couple of weeks when I had it, because I called it a grandma or a grandma or granddad shower chair. So I felt a bit embarrassed about that. When it's the time of the month, we have to be really careful because I do end up having more in the day, and sometimes I think the most I've had in a day is about 7 or 8, not including the nighttime seizures that I used to have, which are now controlled by medication. They used to be a lot worse than the seizures at the time, and I remember that I accidentally hit my mum one time, and she had to video them to show the doctors, and she was videoing them, and then I said, "Oh, can I see?" Because I was really curious, because I don't know what I'm like, because all I see is the vision before the fit and the vision after the fit. So it's really difficult for me, and I get nervous in case I scare people or, I frighten them or things like that, because I remember when my boyfriend first saw me have a fit, I fell into him and he was all tangled up in wires, and I kept on apologising to him all the time because he'd never, helped me have a fit, and it was just the two of us. I kept on apologising to him all the time, and he's just like, "Don't worry, it's okay." So I feel quite embarrassed when I have fits in front of people, and if we're out in public, I get really embarrassed, but with this nighttime fit, I couldn't watch. I could watch a couple seconds of it, and I ended up crying. It was a couple years ago. I think it was when the first year during the diagnosis, that when I'd been diagnosed, and I just got so embarrassed. So yeah, I find my fits pretty difficult because sometimes I can snap out of them straight away, and we don't know when I'm about to have them, because sometimes I can be in a really happy mood, sometimes I can be really stressed, sometimes I can be sad. So it's a bit of a mix, to be honest. So it is pretty difficult for my parents and my brothers to tell when I'm having a fit, and to stop doing something and run to help me in case I bang my head, because I have done that a lot. Yeah, so it is difficult to get out of it, I suppose. I also have some great news who I would like to shout out to. It's this girl that texted me after she saw my first video, and she said that she also has focal epilepsy like me, but it's caused by flashing lights. She's on medication, she's not on a surgery pathway plan at all like me, and she said that she gets embarrassed to talk to friends about it because she feels like people will make fun of them. And I said I feel exactly the same, because when I'm in school, if I have a fit, I'm thinking in my head, once somebody comes to grab me from the office, I'm just like, do people think I'm weird? Or what? I wonder what they're thinking in their head, or do they just carry on as if nothing happened? So I said, yeah, I understand how you feel. And I'd really like to say thank you to this girl, to saying that and opening up. I thought that was really, really brave of her. So we're now in contact, and I said, if you ever want to talk about anything, I'm always here to talk. She's had it for 5 years now, but I've only had it for 4. So yeah, I thought that was really, really brave of her. I'd love to say thank you for her for doing that. And I'd also love to give a shout out to my brother's new channel, my other brother, Jack the Lad. So please subscribe to his channel. He's doing loads of drawings. He's an amazing artist. So that's all I've got for today. But my next one will be all about my diagnosis. So please subscribe and share and comment if you have any questions, or what you'd like me to talk about in my fit. If you have any questions, that'd be lovely to hear. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you. Bye.